How do I know this? Well, listen to him.
But this last month, since I sold a 30-day bootcamp, after I turned 100 into the mill, it was a launch, basically. We launched the product that the people wanted and they asked for.
So the main goal is always to sell a course or mentorship. Whatever challenge they come up with is just a strategy to make you believe they know exactly how to trade, and that they can teach you to do the same, if only you pay for their mentorship or buy their course. After all, who doesn't want to get rich? I mean, if it looks possible for someone to turn $100 into $1 million in less than 3 months, of course people will jump in. They want to believe. They want to get rich fast. But here's the truth. Since he started teaching over the past 5 years, you cannot point to a single student who is profitable like him, or even doing well without selling a course like him. Nope, you can't find it. The only ones who become profitable are the ones who copy his real business model, scamming people by selling courses, just like this guy right here.
I bought a course on financial freedom. You bought a How to Get Rich course. Financial freedom. Who'd you buy it from? This millionaire guy, he on how to get rich. But how did he get rich to begin with? By selling these courses. He got rich by selling courses on how to get rich? Yeah. But before he taught courses, I assume he wasn't rich. So how did he know how to get rich before he was rich? Well, because he knew by the time people bought the courses, he would be rich. So this doesn't come from anywhere. This guy lied, and you guys made his lie real by buying his course. Well, if it's real in the end, who cares if it starts out a lie? Okay, so what does this guy teach? Stocks, real estate? Well, no, he teaches you how to create your own course on financial freedom. On how to get rich? Yeah. Wait, I'm confused. So what will you be teaching? How to sell courses. On what? How to sell courses. You bought a course from a guy who's teaching you how to get rich, who got rich by selling people courses on how to get rich. Yeah. So where does this cycle end? It doesn't. Yeah, it does. Everything ends. Where does this one end? It doesn't? So you guys just keep selling courses to each other until we all die? Yeah, but isn't that what we do anyway? And stop saying how to get rich.
Every guru has one main goal, to sell courses or mentorship. That's why they always come up with different strategies to confuse and convince you that they can make you rich, just so they can sell you what they want. You cannot point out a single guru flaunting a flamboyant lifestyle who isn't also selling courses or mentorship. The strategy is always the same. Appear very rich to attract people. And that's exactly why you see fake gurus like Alex showing off their cars and flaunting them right in your face.
So how much money do you have in cars?
I'm not even going to tell you. I'm just going to show you. Come. All right, so start off, Maybach we just got out. It's probably 100,000, right?
Wow.
Then we have C63, one edition, probably 50,000. M3, probably another 50,000. Then we have one of my favorite cars, my Porsche GT3 992 6-speed because it's manual, about 300,000.
300,000?
Then we have my Mansory G-Wagon, one of 25 in the world. It's about $500,000. Then we have the pink Bugatti, which is about 3.3 to 3.5 million. And I probably have 6 cars in the shop right now, which would be the Ferrari, the Lamborghini, the Urus, and the Cybertruck.
How much are those?
Probably another 2 million in cars.
So as a newbie, once you see that, you get excited because you believe your life is about to turn around. Then you send your money, which is actually their main source of income. They keep using your money to pay for bigger promotions that reach a wider audience, which in turn brings in even more money. So today, he paid Jake Paul to come over for some promotions. And of course, once Jake Paul's followers see both of them together, they'll want to know what he does for a living. When they find out it's trading, many will want to pay to learn. But here's the catch. You'll keep paying for courses that will never make you profitable. After a while, you'll find yourself searching for another mentor or paying yet another guru, just to convince yourself that you're finally becoming profitable, just like these guys want you to believe.
I'm profitable. 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 I'm profitable.
But you know one thing they will never try to do? Because that's where you'd find out they're not actually making anything from trading. They will never attempt to give you real signals or trade live with you. Instead, they create something that only looks like live trading. For instance, Alex will come online every Sunday to analyze over 10 pairs. Then, whichever one goes in his predicted direction, he comes back and says he literally called it live in front of everyone. No, bro, you did not call it live. You just did a chart breakdown, and with 10 pairs, there's a 50% chance at least 5 will move in your direction. If you really want to call a trade, you should be able to say, buy now, place your stop loss here. But I know you'll never do that because you'll get exposed. He actually tried giving signals before and failed woefully at it. When people started noticing, he came up with an excuse and shut it down. That was the only platform that could have proved whether he was truly a profitable trader. But instead, he closed it down and went back to the one thing that really makes him money: selling courses.
This week we lost $353,000 trading.
Yo, Alex, how can I turn these $100 into $100,000? All right, easy. Really, really easy.
FXLXG has launched his own signal group called Only Signals. He made it free so that everybody could trade his signals, and all of the trades in that signal group have its stop loss for 2 weeks straight. With this new signal service, he started to promote his own broker. Some are now questioning if this was all a part of an evil plan, but let's talk about the strategy first.
So we have best case, average, and worst. I'm gonna let Mike speak about the best case scenario.
So best case scenario, you could have similar results to what I had, where I turned $1,500 into $120,000. And in under 6 months, I turned $1,500 into $120K in a single month using set and forget strategy. If you guys don't apply for this boot camp right now, you're missing out.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I did not want to make this video, but I kind of figured the time would come sooner or later. Even at the start of Only Signals, I knew there was a possibility of this happening, and that is that I will no longer be sending signals in this Only Signal Telegram. I will continue, but
So, the one thing you will never see your guru do is open a signal group. Instead, they'd rather go through the stress of recording themselves trading and then claim they made a huge profit, rather than simply sending you signals in real time. None of them do it. And the few who actually tried ended up running away with people's money, like Swaggy C, because they simply...
How do you spot a fake guru? Well, I'm glad you've asked, because in this video, we're going to be covering the top 5 things every fake guru will have. From the sad backstory to the insane profit numbers, we'll cover the flashy lifestyle, the clickbait, and of course, the courses.
Self-help gurus are quickly taking over the internet, from podcasts to YouTube channels and Gap commercials. You can't avoid them, even if you try really, really hard. Self-help used to live on the fringe, quiet corners of a bookstore and niche seminars. But now it's mainstream. It's a space where experts, gurus, and idiots like me all sit side by side in your feed. There's a lot of good that's come from this obsession with self-development. I mean, we got this B-roll of Ali Abdaal in the shower. But there's also a dark side, because when the rewards are power, money, and influence, things like morality, ethics, and honesty often take a backseat. I want to uncover how self-help gurus win followers, help to open your eyes, and then your wallet. This video is sponsored by Squarespace, more on them later. So I think I'm in a pretty unique position to explore this topic. I've been a fan of self-help content since I was probably 16 years old. I've read many self-help books. I've implemented a lot of that advice into my life, and I've seen real improvements because of it. I also started this YouTube channel nearly 10 years ago, sharing the things I've learned and documenting my own habit experiments. I've done over 30 of them on everything from cold showers to powerlifting. I've made documentaries with self-help gurus, I've interviewed them on my channel, and I've even built my own course on habit change, which I eventually shut down, but more on that later.
Their friend. It is always an honor to spend time with you. I'm so glad that you're here with me right now. I want to say it's always such an honor to spend time and
who we trust and how we behave. Sometimes it's genuine and unintentional. Other times it's a deliberate strategy designed to win you over. An anonymous source claiming that Andrew Huberman makes an estimated $40 million from AG1 alone.
Simply put, I always feel better when I take AG1.
So yeah, hard money to turn down. But it's worth remembering that the people that are making that kind of money are already making millions and millions of dollars anyway. So you have to ask yourself, is it really worth it to risk your reputation? Now, for many gurus, sponsorships are just the warm-up. The real money isn't in selling ads, but in selling their own digital products. Courses, masterminds, mentorship programs, and high-ticket retreats are where the industry truly cashes in.
It's never just I'm a guru. It's always now I have something to sell you.
And while there's nothing inherently wrong with selling education or creating paid products, this is often where things start to blur, where genuine teaching crosses over into exploitation.
Look at these guys. Look at these guys. These guys are spending 3 days with me. These guys paid $12,000 each to sit in that chair. 3 days, I got to look at their ugly faces.
But wait, Matt. Didn't you sell a self-help course, you f***ing hypocrite? Yes, in fact, I did. A few years ago, I launched my very own self-help course called Simple Habits.
Before we begin, I'd like to give you some background about myself and how I came to teach a course on habit change. I'm not a trained scientist, and I don't have a PhD in my title, but I am a little bit obsessed with change.
At the time, it felt like a natural the pandemic to try to get people to purchase the course. Jay doesn't charge $100,000 like colleges because he's on a mission to help people find their passion and turn it into real income. Oh my God, Jay, that's amazing. That's so generous that you don't charge $100,000 for your online course. That's fucking crazy. If you don't want to join Jay and our family, that's totally okay. It's a family now. This actually sounds like a fucking cult. Here's the thing that is really upsetting about this, right? Like you see these kind of pushy, persuasive sales strategies, using parasocial bonding, using that connection that they have with this influential figure, using fear to try to get somebody over the edge. This person clarifies in the DMs that they're making $20,000 a year. Like you're still pushing hard on selling this person a $7,000 course when they're making $20,000 a year. I would actively encourage this person not to buy the product. If you don't have the money, please don't buy this course. Please don't. Come on. Can we just be better? Can we fucking be better? So one question you might be having at this point, especially if, like me, you enjoy self-help content or even follow some of the people that I talked about in this video, is this. Even if their tactics are questionable, isn't there still a net good? It's a fair question. Many of the most popular self-help figures have millions of followers, glowing testimonials, best-selling books, and countless stories from people whose lives have been improved. That's real, and I don't want to dismiss the positive impact some of their work has had. But both things can be true at the same time. They have helped people, and they're also engaging in practices that are manipulative or misleading. Because many of these people are smart, in some cases, brilliant. It's hard to...
Academics who coming to ICT, what...
Month, 2 months, I couldn't. And important. Take us through that hierarchy. The algorithm will not be random.
No, it's not.
Especially the one that is on a central bank level. Yeah. They have a specific criteria on how they will deliver price. So if that is the assumption we are making.
He holds the record for the largest payout in prop firm history. Prop firm environment that's consistently all the time at that level. Mm-hmm. You see with like Lance Brystein, who's openly talked about how, he hates what trading does to him to operate at.
There's no fundamentals there. But once you reach a certain stage, there's a tipping point in your trading. You've relied on mechanical for so because it affects your mind. Like I could be the best technical trader in the world, but what good is it if I'm obese, if I can't work out, if I can't have a good life, I can't travel.
So it's being more in the general image of success. It's being well-rounded.
Yeah, I don't want to be a successful trader and it's just like, I can't do anything else. What's the value in that? So for me, it's that. And then it also builds into self-image. How you value yourself and how you see yourself is going to be a mirror effect in the markets. The market is just reflecting. You have the external, you have.
Nobody really talks about what trading does to your mind. The dopamine crashes, the anxiety, the obsession with your P&L, the sleepless nights, and also the high days after a huge P&L curve. So now the first way to normalize a dopamine curve is a detox, dopamine detox. A lot of people talk about it, and yes, I won't tell you to drink this, to drink that.